driving work. But before we do that, we'll talk about Amazon a little bit. So I don't have anybody here yet, but I just thought I'd start talking about it because it is a video. So yesterday on the live, we were talking about some random things, I don't know, life in general. But then it came up the conversation about Amazon. Selling on Amazon for me has provided me the ability not to have to drive as much and for work, and it's also provided me the ability to travel a little bit and have a little and pay some bills that need to be paid. You know, it's helped me out more than it's been difficult to deal with. Except for recently on Amazon, I had some documentation requests shut down my shoe business because I was selling one product, one brand, because I loved the product and the brand, and I stuck with it to the point where if a documentation request came by, it would shut down my business, and that's what happened. So I know people coming to my live here probably, or my videos here, probably know nothing about selling on Amazon, what it's really about. Maybe there's one or two that do know about it, but the point of this live or this video is to talk about how to get started in Amazon, what to do. My story is more of what to do. My selling story and how I got started on Amazon is more about what to do when you get started, and then where to grow from there. So some people who start selling on Amazon or any other marketplace, Walmart, eBay, or whatever, grow really quick from the beginning because they have a clear plan, or they have a mentor, or they talk to somebody that they took a course or something. They probably had some guide, like somebody to guide them along. You know, so you know, if you ever go online and you see somebody who's selling on e-commerce and they just have explosive numbers right from the beginning, it isn't because they just figured it out on their own. They, you know, somebody helped them along. Somehow, somewhere, somebody helped them along. So this video is kind of like talking about that in particular, how I got started and how somebody helped me get started, and that you can't measure your success in something based upon somebody else's results. You can't. Like, you have to, you know, you have your own journey, you have your own story. So if you get started in selling on Amazon or Walmart or eBay, whatever it may be, it takes time to build up something, and you need guidance from somebody else that knows. And like, maybe your journey is not like somebody who had explosive growth from the beginning, and you shouldn't compare yourself to them. Comparison is the thief of joy, so that's not something you should do. You know, because there's joy in the process of learning how to sell or what to do. So what I did when I got started, I went over to a foreign country, and I was living over in a foreign country for a little bit, and I was researching ways to start a new business that I thought I could do from anywhere. And one of them, I came across some influencers talking about selling on Amazon, and I thought, well, I could do that, you know, and I could get started with that. That seems simple enough. Selling books, used books on Amazon is a great way to get started. Anybody can do it. It doesn't require a lot of money. Like, if you create an Amazon seller account, get your account verified, and everything, all that good stuff, and you do a professional seller account, you get the app called Scout IQ, and you get started with that, and you go to thrift stores and you scan used books, and then you get the software Scan Lister, and you put them in a box, and you ship them to Amazon. That it's as simple as that. That's what I did. That's how I got started. And you start getting sales, and you learn from that, and you keep repeating the process. You know, you may have a job. It doesn't matter what job you have. You may make a lot of money. You may not make a lot of money. But Amazon is a good way, a good side hustle to pay some bills, give yourself some time off, grow a business where you could use credit card points with your business credit card to pay for travel. You know, you pay off your debt every month. You have no debt, and then you have points for travel. You can pay some of your bills and stuff like that. Keep a separate business bank account. Keep a business bank account separate from your personal finances, so you can focus on your selling business. That's what I did. But these are things that I learned over time. It's not something I did from the beginning. Was say separating business from personal. That's something I didn't do from the beginning. I mean, I made 2-3 years of like not having separated finances. That's a rookie mistake. Like, if you're going to start selling on Amazon, you want to make some money, and you want to do something that, you know, can provide for yourself, your family, or whatever it may be. Just paying a couple bills a month, like even $1,000 a month in profit, can help you out. I mean, that for me, that gives me time away from not having to drive as much, spending more time with family and stuff like this. You know, time in my relationships, stuff like that. It's important. And so, like, you know, there's a lot of people out there, oh, selling on Amazon's a scam or whatever, you know, because anytime people don't understand something, they call it crazy. And then, but once they find out the facts or information, then they're like, oh, this isn't crazy. This makes sense. So, like, you know, there's a lot of people that might be naysayers and stuff like that. Amazon is not, you know, it's drop shipping is not the way to do it. You know, selling used books is the way to do it to get started. And like, some people may say, oh, this is maybe naysayers because they don't understand it. But once they understand, they're like, yeah, I get it. That makes sense now. And then they're like, maybe I was wrong about it. But, you know, so that's the thing, is when I got started on Amazon, like, I was really skeptical about things, business ideas over the internet, because, you know, just like anybody else, over the years, I didn't know good ways to make money online or whatnot. Like, most of the time, you know, throughout the years, people do try to sell digital products and stuff like that go nowhere. So it's just like, but you know, Amazon's a reputable company. Amazon, I mean, I'm a customer. Everybody's a customer. Most everybody is a customer, or they know people who are serious customers. So there's opportunity there. Selling used books is a great way to get started. You know, so you want to, if you want to sell on Amazon, if you want to get started making some extra money, I don't know, $1,000 a month is a good goal just to get started, and it's not that hard to do. You can get started with $200, $100. Open a business bank account, put $200 in there. Open a Amazon seller account, professional account. It's $40 a month. Get ScanLister, it's $14 a month. You go out there and scan used books in thrift stores, and then get started selling used books. I mean, you can make some money. You can get started with a business or a side hustle. If you need something to do, you want a new hobby or whatever, this could be it, you know, and it's going to make you some money, you know, and in that process, you're going to learn how to sell, not just used books, because you get started with used books. You start to pick up some momentum, and you start to get some sales, and then you can start selling other products, you know, with maybe a higher cost of goods. Because used books is why I harp upon used books. It's $1.99 for a book. It's $2.99 for a book. You buy it, you sell it. If it gets returned, or let's say that it doesn't sell, but if you know what to do, it will sell. But say you're worried that it's not going to sell, you only lost $1.99, $2. But your return on investment is usually double that. So if you spend $2, you're going to make at least $2, $4, $5, $10. I mean, so, and you can multiply that, and there you're gonna go. I mean, you can pay some bills with that. So you can go into a thrift store in your area, scan books, and you know, easily get 27 books, which fits in a small Home Depot box. And with that, you can ship them out to Amazon and repeat the process. And there you go. You're going to make some money for yourself. I don't know. This is something I'm passionate about. This is something I like talking about. I don't know. On YouTube, I've never talked about it. I don't got people that are like going on this live and like paying attention really. But you know, it's okay. I mean, for me, it works for me. It helps. I love selling online. It's not the only thing I do. You know, I drive for work. I sell online. You know, and for me that makes sense. It's what I've been doing for quite some time, and I would like other people who are maybe interested in learning the process get started. Like I would like to see them get started. There's nothing wrong with it, you know. But you know, what I've always talked about on this channel is it's always been like drums and music and just nonsense of whatever's going on in my life. Like, and you know, I just want to grow this channel. And viewers and viewership and stuff like that, because I would like to be able to do more of YouTube. But you know, would it be a good idea to create another channel just to create content focused on reselling on Amazon or any marketplace like Walmart or whatever? Maybe that's probably a good idea to create a channel specifically for that topic and keeping this channel separate. But you know, I am the same person, so regardless of what channel it is, you know, I'm creating content. So, but anyway, you know, I don't know. It's just an idea, but selling on Amazon has really helped me out. You know, it's helped provide a better life for myself, and you know, I have a lot of growth to do. I have a lot of learning to do. And I think that's probably for me has been the fun part about selling. It's not necessarily like selling itself, but the growth and the journey and the learning process, you know, going forward is really enjoyable for me. Like never learning new things and the people that I meet and becoming better at something that I'm passionate about. I think that has been one of the best parts about, you know, just work in general, but selling on Amazon or, you know, selling shoes or used books or something like that. I've come a long way from when I started, but I do have a long way to go. And, you know, for my goals for myself. And like, I don't know, it's just like like-minded individuals, somebody that wants to, you know, grow a business. Like, I don't know, I think it's a different mindset than just going to work and clocking in. But there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going in and clocking into work. But growing a business is like the challenge. It's like it's hard to do. It's not easy. And I think you can learn a lot from yourself. Like I've learned a lot about myself from growing, you know, a business, regardless if it's whatever it is, like the business wise, like just growing in general. But if you want to be specific about it, I got specifics. But you know, the thing is that growing a business, the journey that you take in growing the business is you know, for me that's the reward. It's like learning the process. The person, it's not about, there's a podcast, a good podcast. It's like My First Million. And it's like it's not about making $1 million. Obviously, it's about people who have, but it's about the entrepreneurship and the people, the journey they've taken to learn the process to get there, like who they became as like an entrepreneur, and like the journey that they took. Who you have to become to make $1 million is more important than making $1 million. Like who you have to become, the person you have to become, is more important, that journey, you know, than making $1 million. Because once you make $1 million, you can make your next million. It's not necessarily about that money, although that's like the reward. It's like risk versus reward in business, but it's not about the money. It's about who you will become in that process. And like that's what like the heart of entrepreneurship. But today, in today's life, in today's world, you have to be an entrepreneur to survive. It seems like, you know, you can't just, if you get started and if you don't have like a clear path for a career and like education and like to get a specific job that pays a certain dollar amount, like to survive, you have to become an entrepreneur, especially if you're working remedial jobs or whatnot. Like, you have to have a side hustle. And there's so many opportunities for side hustles nowadays. It's just like, you know, there's really no excuse not to do something, but unless you're just blessed with, you know, having, you know, got an education, a good paying job, and you're okay with that. Like, most of the people out there, you know, are looking to make more for themselves, provide more for themselves, or want to grow as a person and stuff like this. And, you know, it's just like, you know, selling on Amazon for me is made that journey possible, you know, and the people that I'm learning from, you know, surround myself with, it's just like, it's important to stay focused and positive. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy to do, to grow as a person, because you have to challenge yourself. And business, that's part of it. That's a part of the whole thing. It's like you have to grow. You know, if you're going to grow a business, it's about what's up in your mind. You know, because like, you know, being able to be grounded, focused, driven, and consistent. Consistency is better than you know, just inconsistency, really. So, you know, not for nothing, like, I don't know, if I had some viewers here, I'd talk more about specifics who are interested, but I don't. I have 1 or 2 viewers popping in. It's like that one video where people post online. It's not about the 1 or 2 likes that I get. It's just those 1 or 2 likes encourage me to keep going, and I just keep creating videos. So that's, you know, you got to grow as a person. That's what you got to do. You got to grow as a person, your mind, and your journey in business or life or, you know, relationships, whatever it is. You have to grow as a person, and like that's the beautiful part about my story in business, is like learning how to stay focused and driven, consistent, and be a better person every day. It's like, I enjoy that. I listen more than I create videos, because I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of books. My Audible, at the height of my Audible for a few months there, I was listening to like 60 hours of audiobooks a month. No joke. I got screenshots to prove it. It's ridiculous. I mean, but see, I'm driving a lot, so I can listen to them while I drive. So it's just like, I don't consider my driving work to be really, driving is what I'm doing. I'm learning in the process, because I listen to audiobooks and I consume content, you know, from knowledge, people that have written books about stuff that I'm interested in, that knowledge that you could really use in everyday life and stuff like that. I think that's the blessing about being able to drive, you know. But anyway, selling on Amazon is really what this is about. You know, if I had a little bit more viewers popping in, I would talk about it a little bit more. I just hate to waste my breath. I am creating this video. It'll be on my channel, and you know, I appreciate the opportunity to just create a small video, whatnot, before I get started for the day. But I got to get going. I hope whoever's watching this, if it's your day, your night, your evening, wherever you are in the world, you have a great rest of your day, and see you next time.